ruling party decisively won the country's national election, beating back a conservative opposition that had borrowed from US President Donald Trump's playbook. The Labour Party's comeback mirrored Canada's vote last week, where the once unpopular incumbents rode an anti-Trump wave to victory. Most Australians believe the US can't be trusted as a security ally, though, according to a recent poll, reflecting a fundamental change of the worldview, as some analysts argue. But this election signals a revival of social democratic politics many commentators highlight, breathing life into centre-left coalitions that at the start of the year had seemed under threat from rising right-wing populism and anti-establishment sentiment. Well, joining us live at the moment, Australian Labour Party leader Nildhara Gadani. Thank you so much, Ms. Gadani, for making time for us on NDTV. I am aware you're still awaiting your result, but a terrific mandate for your party meanwhile. Ms. Gadani, what are voters on the ground telling you about why they backed Labour? And was this more about policy or a rejection of Trump-style politics?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me on this platform to represent my party. And before that, I will really want to start to acknowledge tradition of this land where I'm here, and acknowledging the birthplace where I'm from, India as well. But here, what happened that the Australian Labour Party's policies are so strong, very connected with the people of Australia, and that's where I actually every single day I talk about that. I talk about the health. I talk about the Medicare, which is the strongest part of our one of the policy. We talk about the education for every age group. We talk about the housing, which is so much here, and we talk about the climate. So all the pillars and all the values which Australian Labour Party is holding throughout these many years, which is reflecting each and every policies. Right. And that's what I was sharing with my constituent, and people are looking forward for that, and the results are so clear that 26 million people, Australian, they acknowledge and they welcome those policies.
Right. Also, meanwhile, ma'am, recent polling suggests a decline in Australian trust in the US as a security ally. Do you share that concern? And how should then Labour recalibrate foreign policy going forward?
Honestly, look, our party leaders, Albanese, Prime Minister is still, just back in action, back in the office. I really want to wait for his, right, what he's looking for, and I have full trust on that. We are very, we are looking forward to have a great relationship with every nation. But I'm really looking for Prime Minister to start with what he's looking for and how he will going to do so. Yes, I'm waiting for.
Well, we'll keep a close eye on all the developments. But meanwhile, commentators are calling this a revival of social democratic politics. What does that look like on the ground for voters in your electorate?
I'm on. I'm keep saying that it's more about, we talk about the positive policy. We talk about nothing which is divide anyone. It's that is which we as a party member, we value that, and we as a party member always talk about the positiveness, talk about what policy, how that's going to help in this time, which is things are changing in the world and the cost of living is very high. Right. This policy. So this is what I did throughout my campaign and throughout my this many 3 years which we are working on. The best part is here you can see what happened throughout the campaign, but start to end, the consistency which we make sure that the policy which start with, we continue and consistently strengthening that by giving something which Australians are looking for. We listen and we act, and that's what I want to talk about more.
Well, as they say, actions speak louder than words. Ms. Gadani, thank you so much for making time for us. Good luck on that result you're awaiting, but terrific performance on the Labour Party's behalf in Australia. We'll keep tracking the latest